Yes, we are live now. Welcome, my dear students, once again to the CareerX episode number 9. Career in Pure Sciences, Research. So this is a career, while I counsel, most of the students ask me, sir, I want to be a scientist, I want to work at NASA, I want to work at ISRO, I want to work at DRDO. A lot of questions they ask. So today is the session for you. Those who ask me that they want to be scientists or they want to be research professionals in the future. So here is the career today, and we have with us a robust, dynamic, and a very elegant lady, Dr. Geetanjali Agnihotri, and she's having a research experience of 20 years in the field of chemistry, and she has completed it from a national and international research institutions. She has did a research on the same, and she did her PhD from Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow. After completing that, she joined GKSS in Berlin. Exactly, I'm not able to pronounce that name, as a research scientist. And Dr. Agnihotri also did the postdoctoral fellowship from Kansas University, USA. After coming back to Bhubaneswar, she was engaged in research activities as fast-track scientist at Institute of Life Sciences, Bhubaneswar. And currently, she is associated with the KIIT University as a woman scientist and faculty in chemical technology. A wonderful privilege, madam, having you on this podium, guiding our students. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the CareerX episode 9.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Talking to the kids is like a pleasure for me. Love to talk to them.
Yes, ma'am. So here, when we talk about, let me tell you, ma'am, while I counsel, so out of 10, there are 2 students who always ask me, sir, if I want to become a scientist, what I need to do, and how shall I become a scientist? And do scientists get a salary? They get paid? Or...
Normally, they assume that scientists is like with the hairs and all that, big classes. Yes. Yeah. So I will say most important thing, if you are interested in further research field, is that you should enjoy being in the lab, doing the research. So like most of the time, kids have that doubt, like, that we don't know in what we really like, or sometimes like whether I will really enjoy it in future or not, because it's something like you are pursuing for your future for a very long time. So one thing is that I will suggest everybody that you think about it. When you go to the lab, you are excited about the lab. You love to spend the time in the lab. And second thing, they say a scientific attitude. So scientific attitude is something that the curiosity, that you should have that curiosity in mind, where you are looking for the things. If something is happening, then why that is happening. And not only why, you look for the answers as well, because when you come into the research, then you have to look for the answers. You have to study, you have to learn, you have to conclude once you study something. So these are the things, if you are looking for in this field, then yeah, these are the things that aptitude is important. And then definitely they get salaries, and not only salaries, I will say that the satisfaction, job satisfaction comes with the research field. That is completely different. It's not like the monotonous job. Normally people say that I am doing the same 9 to 5 job. Research is not like that. You have failures, you have tough weeks. Sometimes you stop sleeping also because of you are thinking of your research. But once you solve a problem, that excitement it's completely different.
Beautifully, madam, you have explained everything. Now, I think you are a better example for the students who think that scientists are old with a long hair. But yes, scientists are also young, dynamic, and elegant also. I would say that, and students might have got that completely when you have given them answers. So as scientists smiles too, and they enjoy their life too.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So, madam, first question that I would like to ask is, what is pure science?
Okay, so we have applied science and we have pure science. So suppose you are learning the science, you are learning physics, you are learning chemistry, bio, maths. So basic science, when you go into the basic science, you are understanding the theories, you're understanding, for example, let's say talk about life sciences. So you are learning about the microbiology, you are learning about the viruses, you are learning about how that virus is actually making you sick. Like, let's, for example, coronavirus. Now the coronavirus came. Now that scientists who are involved in the basic sciences, they will work on to understanding that virus, how that is affecting, how your immune system is reacting to that. Those will come into immunologist. In the life sciences, again, there are various fields. Mathematician come, they will make a mathematical model of it, that okay, few persons were infected in first week, and now X number infected in 2 weeks, and then Y number infected in C weeks. So what will happen after 2 or 3 months, right? So mathematical model come into that role play. So these are the basic sciences. They are doing, involving with the research at the base level. Application science comes like, for example, where like your medical sciences comes. Medical is the application of the life sciences. It's a different field. Engineering, technology, they are in the application part of it. So once, very simple way I can explain with the coronavirus itself. Now, basic scientists, biologists, they understood your virologist will tell you about the virus. Then come your medicinal chemist, they will make a medicine from that. This all comes into this little bit application, because nothing remain one stream as you go higher in the domain. Then comes the application part. Now they understand, okay, these are the drugs which are working. Now the next team will come. They will make the medicine. So pure science is where you are working on the hypothesis, you are trying to do research, and then application part where those hypotheses, how you can apply to your day-to-day functioning of industry, functioning of your pharmacy field. So there comes the application part. So basic science is basically pure science. There is nothing like exact pure. So you can say with the mathematics, because they work on the theorems and all that. But here, whatever is being done, they will get application in the later stage. So that's how this, I think I answer your question here.
Yes, absolutely. You cleared it out. Pure science and applied science both are different. And now students, it's only not about doing research, being theoretical and being practical, but yes, you have to generate your application level also. You have to improvise your application level also.
Yes. You have, it has to have some application potential of your theorem.
So, ma'am, what are the prerequisite skills that is required for a pure science or a research candidate?
As I told you in the start, like for pure science is like you have to have the love for the science, because when we talk about the science, you're going to spend a lot of time in the lab. You have to spend a lot of time in learning the things, reading the articles. So first thing is aptitude, that your curiosity, never ending curiosity is very, very important. Then you should able to sit and learn the things, analyze the thing. Analysis is another part which is very, very important. So analysis of that is also important to once how you understand whether you are how you understand whether you are able to there was some disturbance, no issues. So aptitude is important, and then curiosity to learn something new, to analyze. Once you read something, how you analyze those things, that is very, very important. What you interpret, you are reading one para of something, what do you interpret out of it? Those are the things which is very, very important.
Yes. So, ma'am, how to kickstart the foundation of becoming a scientist or a research professional in the future?
Okay, so if you are like thinking you want to go into the research field, The most important thing is that you should have your basics clear, because then only you will be able to qualify for the exams. And then if you are going for this higher education, like for graduation, you have to give the exams. So you there you have to, first is that you what you are learning through that. Then once you learn, then like your basics of physics, chemistry, maths clear, and where you want to go. You want to go into the life sciences? Do you want to go in the physics, or do you want to go into the mathematics side? So
Yes.
that is also important, where you have to interpret that thing, like, okay, I want to go do research in the physics side, or I am more interested into the life sciences.
Yes. Now, what are the courses or programs that are being offered in the field of pure sciences?
Like, for example, graduation courses, your ICERs and ICERs, they give BS degrees, or BITS Plani, they have dual degree courses. IITs have their your graduation BSc, integrated MSc courses they give, not the separate BSc courses. So different institutes have different types of courses that they offer.
Now, what are the courses or programs? You said that the courses and programs which are offered in the pure sciences, but exactly what are the hot burning, which is trending among the students?
Okay, I will say for India, if you want to continue doing the like pursue your graduation studies from the India, then we have very renowned institutes in India. For example, we have IISc Bangalore, which is one of the very I will say top class institute. And then we have ICERs. We have 5 ICERs: ICER Mohali, ICER Tirupati, and then ICER Bhopal. And then 2 more are there. Then we have NICER. NICER is the only one we have in Bhubaneswar. And then we have IITs. We have JNU, very good with the basic science research. We have Pune University, as for example. And then Delhi University, very nice that they offer. Some of them offer integrated MSc courses, where you go from you apply after 12th, and then you finish your graduation and post-graduation both. And then some of them, there you just go for the graduation courses, like for IIT, this give you BSc. So there you go for the graduation courses. So these are the different institutes. They have different exams to conduct accordingly. So what exactly you are looking for, you give those exams, and then you can opt for those courses.
Now, as ma'am, you said that about the colleges are also there, but the students are confused. Like the students who are into love with the biology, they also think that they can do with the chemistry. But yes, mathematics and physics are correlated with each other. So students who think they are good with the mathematics, they can also go with the physics. So as per my research, what it says is chemical is one of the biggest revenue-making industry for our country.
Yeah, because there is always chemical industry always be there. So that is definitely one field is there that there's going to happen all the time. No recession there, especially pharmaceutical industry. You don't have to worry about the recession there.
Yes.
One part is that. And then yeah, and that is one thing which is related with the chemistry. Yes. Life sciences also, biotech companies are also there, where you don't see much effect of the recession or the other things. Yes. So these are two are that where this is always job opportunity. With you are looking for industrial job positions, these two fields are there where you always get a job. Okay. Not an issue.
So students, see here, madam has already cleared it he has made it transparent that if you want a stable industry, pharmaceuticals, medical, and probably life sciences are the industries which are not affected by the pandemics or recessions, whatever is happening over the world. That was so beautiful. So students, if you have any queries, you can keep, I'll open the chat box only at the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I'll open the window for the chat box and we'll go for the questions. So keep ready with your questions. How does ISER and NISER differ from each other?
Okay, so one is that they are started from two different, I will say, department of government. But other than that, because NISER comes from the Department of Atomic Energy, and that comes from the MHRD, but their functioning of more or less is same. Both give the degree of BS, and or they give integrated where BS plus MS. And then examination is different because DAE conduct their own exam. So they have they conduct the exam for NISER Bhubaneswar as well as Mumbai University, which is called Center for Biological Excellence, something like that. So it's very, very good institute that also. So they conduct for those two, but degree-wise both are same. Fellowship-wise also both are same. The only thing is the degree comes from the NISER, and ISER there are you have 5 institutes in India. And then entrance also, here the entrance goes from the NEST, that is the entrance test for the NISER. There for the ISERs, you can apply through your JEE Advanced or your KVPI results, or they have their own aptitude test as well. So if you have to apply for the ISER, then you can either JEE Advanced score or KVPI or your aptitude. If you are don't have that thing, then you can go with the aptitude test also. So little bit difference how you are going inside, but degree wise more or less both are same. Fellowship wise also both are same, and then it depends like which one do you prefer.
A lot of students ask me this question: do I really need to be good at mathematics if I want to get into life sciences and chemistry as a subject?
No. For biotech industry, if you are going, even for chemistry also, if you are going for chemistry, you don't have to be very strong with the maths. Basic mathematical skills is needed so that you can conclude the things which we learn till class 10th or so. But other than that, no, you don't have to be very smart in mathematics. This simple aptitude has to be there. Scientific aptitude is important, not the mathematics, even for the chemical sciences also, as well as for the biological sciences also. Microbiologist, virologist, immunologist, they have no relation with the mathematics. Sometimes when in the research you need the help of a mathematics or something, you collaborate with them. You collaborate with a mathematician or with a bioinformatics person, and you get your data analyzed from that. You don't have to worry about that.
Ma'am, what are the national level entrance exam that a student should target if they are going for research as a career?
Okay, so since you are going for the research, so basically you have to go for the bachelor's or Bachelor of Science like BSc or BS. For that, as I was telling, like we have very, very good institutes, like we have IISc, and then we have ISERS, NISERS, IIT, BITS Plani, JNU, Pune University. Lot of universities are there where they some of them take your JEE Advanced score. Based on that, you apply. Like for example, ISERS, they have 50% reserve category for your JEE Advanced score as well as for KVPY. Okay, and rest of that is their aptitude test. Some of them, they conduct their own exams. Pune University conduct their own exam. BITS Plani conduct their own exam. And then IIT conduct their own exam. So these are the options which comes to play when you are applying after 12, like now. So you apply for the KVPY. I will suggest everybody who is in the class 11th, 12th, or completed the 10th, so they should apply for the KVPY because their exam pattern is also very much like JEE. So you get an experience of your exam also when you are applying for the examination. So those are the way, those are the different I will say, examinations that you have to qualify for, where you want to go. And most important thing, like we have Chennai Mathematical Institute, especially for mathematics, or we have Statics ISI Institute for statics. So what exactly you are interested? You are interested in life sciences, you are interested in physical sciences, you are interested in chemical sciences. So where your is more interest is there, accordingly you can go the website of those institutes, and they all have that information, that how you can go inside, like what are the exams that you have to go, what are the dates of the application, so that you can apply for the application. And their syllabus is also there, so you don't have to worry much about, just you look up for the options that is there and go for that.
So very beautifully, ma'am, you are clearing the doubts. And even though a lot of things which I didn't knew, you are telling me, and I'm getting information about the new career institute. Like you said, that Pune University is one of the university where we can go for research. I didn't know about that. So very new informations and radical informations are coming up to me. Now, ma'am,
I will just want to add up here, like Delhi University. People think that Delhi University, you are going just for the BSc or something. Delhi University has a course in the MTech in chemistry. And the job profile is so good there, like who finishes their MTech, by the time they are employed in the industry. So it is not always like, they have very applied course there in the chemical sciences. So it's very good for a job point of view as well. So it's not only that universities are there. So only like we just normally neglect those thinking that universities are cannot that good, but some universities are very good.
Yes, ma'am. As you said that KVPY, NISER and all. So, ma'am, KVPY, every student is crazy about KVPY. So every student is really curious about KVPY as a career. They know that they apply for it, but exactly what happens once they clear it?
Okay, so KVPY is a kind of a fellowship exam. So it's not an entrance exam for any university or something. It is just an exam for a fellowship. So once you like qualify that exam, then you go for the graduation. Once you start your graduation, you get the fellowship. The good part of qualifying this exam is that once you qualify this exam, your entrance to your gate is open for a lot of good universities like IISc I was talking about. They take it from there, ICERs take it from there. So once you qualify that exam, then you can apply for a better colleges, better courses that you can get in. So that way it is good, but it is just a fellowship that you get from there. First 3 years, I think this is 5,000. And once after that you go for the master's higher, I think it is 7,000, that fellowship that you get. So you are getting the money for studying once you qualify for KVPY.
Yes, so we need to work hard. The students need to work hard very much for that. Right. But if an aspirant is unable to clear any entrance exam, can he become a scientist?
Definitely.
If yes, how?
Definitely they can become a scientist. So suppose you are not able to go some very flashy these universities like IISc or I am talking about ICERs, or even then if you do your BSc from a state university. Okay, now what will you do? There are various channels that you can go through, like for example for masters. Now you have done the BSc from a state university, not an issue. You can still apply for masters through JAM. JAM an exam that's called Joint Admission Test for from MHRD. So you can go for MSc from a better colleges. MSc also there are different exams that happens. So that can be done. So you can go for the MSCs like in IIT. You can go for the MSCs like your Botanical Research Institute, which is one of very famous NCBC, national that thing. So you can go for that, and you can apply there also. Then there are a lot of exams which has MSc integrated. That also you can do. Okay, so if you are not able to qualify the exam after your class 12th, not an issue. Still pursue your passion for the research, go for the next step, go for the post-graduation. There are exams. Even then you are not able to qualify the exam, then also you don't have to feel so sad about it. Even after that, you can also go for the PhD courses. PhD courses again have the exams. So there are a lot of exams that have this, gives the fellowship. You might be knowing, like for example, UGC JRF, like CSIR JRF. DBT conduct their own JRF exams. Then DAE conduct their own. ICMR conduct their own. ICAR their own. So even after you are not able to get in a very good university during your masters, even then you can do a PhD by qualifying for those exams. And once you, what are these exams? These are exams are not for the admission to PhD. These exams are for the, give you the fellowship. So when you are doing the PhD, you will be getting the fellowship there, and it's a very good amount of fellowship that they give for research areas. And after that, once you finish the research, then also there your lot of options are open after that also.
So, ma'am, as you said that a candidate can become a scientist, he can pursue his dream to become a scientist by clearing the BSc, MSc, and PhD. Ma'am, some of the students, they always ask me this question, sir, I love science, I want to go for BSc and MSc. So what are the career opportunities for freshers after BSc, MSc, and PhD?
After BSc and you have you wanted to do the research, so you did the PhD also. Now, yes, the question comes, what comes after PhD? So after PhD, you can join as a research scientist. There are companies which have positions for that. And then like pharmaceutical sciences, pharmaceutical industry is there where you can go after PhD. All the medicinal chemists, they look for medicinal chemists, immunologists, or R&D field, R&D department, they look for that. Okay. And then for other sciences also, for example, mathematical also, because a lot of companies are into now in this artificial intelligence modeling in this. So they also take the students after PhD. So that is one option where you can join the industry depending on your field. Other option is that most of the students, they prefer to go for the postdoc. So postdoc is something that you do after PhD. So they go to the abroad. There also you apply for the universities, particulars, you apply to the faculties there. There you don't have to apply directly to the universities. You can apply to the individual faculty, different places. And then there are websites which opens in university positions where you can apply for the postdoc position. So you can go abroad. And after there, completing your postdoctoral fellowship, like for example, you are there for 3 or 4 years. What next? Now the question comes, now what next? After that, you can also get a job there, or you can come back to India. When you come back to India, Government of India has very good schemes. So they have Ramalinga Swami Fellowship, they have Ramanujan Fellowship, where you can come back to India. And if you are not going for your postdoctoral fellowship, there is a DST Inspire faculty program also from the Government of India, where you can just write a project, you can approach institute, and you can start working there. So a lot of options are there. You want to pursue further research, you want to pursue further research in India. India also has a postdoctoral program where you can apply, or you can go to abroad. Even for abroad also, there are multiple options. For example, you want to go UK, they also have their own fellowships. So UK has Newton Fellowship, Marie Curie Fellowship is from Europe, Humboldt Fellowship from Germany, JSPS from Japan, and Rockefeller from USA, Ford Fellowship from UK. So there are a lot of fellowships options there. They are giving you the salary also, very good, decent amount of fellowships that you get from there. At the same time, you get the research experience working in a foreign lab, a different work culture. So that give you a lot of weightage to your CV as well.
So, as you said about PhD, but a lot of students, they are not able to clear the PhD entrance exam, they get harassed. So after MSc, what is the best career that a candidate can opt for?
After MSc also, after MSc, you can join the industries. Like lot of industries are there. They take freshers. Like I was just talking to you when we were talking about Delhi University, that in the Delhi University, they have a course there where they call it AmTech. Basically, it's a 4-semester course, and the universities just pick up from there. So even after MSc also, you can apply for industrial positions. And if you don't want to continue the research, or you are not able to continue the entrance exam.
So ma'am, what is, as you talked about NET, JRF, ICMR, DAE, Department of Atomic Energy, you talked about this big names. So what is exactly difference between NET, JRF and CSIR NET?
Not much. Only thing is these are the different like government departments. They conduct those exams, and they are different in a way. One thing is that they look for different fields. Like for example, Department of Atomic Energy is like more of physics and mathematics side where they look for. But it doesn't mean that they don't cover. But like, for example, they are there. Then Department of Biotechnology is there. When you are looking for their JRF, you can apply for the DBT institute. So there are around 10 institutes of DBT. And then CSIR, JRF are there. But it not means that you can only apply DBT. You can apply to other also. So the only thing is these agencies, they give that number of fellowships to the student. Once a student get those fellowships, then they can apply lot of places, institutes like research institutes, like as I did from CDRI or NBRI or CMAP or your IICT Hyderabad. So they open their positions. So they advertise their PhD positions. So when you have your own fellowship, you get a weightage there, because they don't have to pay you anything. You will be getting your fellowship either DBT, or you will be getting your fellowship from the ICER or UGC, or you will be getting from the fellowship from the CSIR. So these are only the funding agencies which conduct the exam, and then once you qualify, you get the fellowship from there.
Absolutely.
That's it. Nothing, not that difference, like where you want to go, you have all the options open up even after that.
So, ma'am, one of the student is asking the question that if I do a PhD from private university and from government university, which has more weightage and why?
Not much. It does. When you are doing a PhD, what kind of research that you are doing, that matters the most. It does not matter whether you are from a private university or from a government university. So whenever you will be applying for the research, you always look for the faculty under whom you are working. Okay, that research area should match your interest. And then second, what impact does that research that you are doing that create? Okay, so that matters the most, like the publications that comes after the research, how many publications that you are getting, what kind of publications that you are getting, that matters the most. It does not matter whether you are doing the research from the SRM university or you are doing from BHU. But most of the time what happens is that BHU has a better faculty there. So getting a better faculty is higher when you are going to a renowned university. Okay. That's the difference. But still, you will get somebody very good faculty in the SRM or any lovely university or any university which are private, but doing a very good research, then no issues with that.
Okay, so madam has cleared, my dear students. So next time, I think I don't need to answer this question anymore, because madam has clearly stated that it doesn't matter which university, but yes, the university should be renowned. It doesn't matter it is government or private. Yes, it matters is the under whom you do your PhD. Who is your faculty, who is your research?
Because here we call them mentors, so they are mentoring you. So your mentor matters the most when you are doing a PhD.
Absolutely. Now, apart from math, physics, chemistry, biology, and life sciences, do we have any other major areas of studies?
Like, for example, pharmaceutical sciences.
Okay.
So pharmacy is not only to produce the pharmacist. No, pharmacy is very, very a field where a lot of research goes on. And then astrophysics. Now a lot of people want to go and do this want to go into this field. And then statics. So there are other fields also where you can go and do the research.
And one of the students is asking, I want to work in the space research and space technology. What I have to do?
That is something. So space research and space technology, like for example, like ISRO, right? One of the very renowned institute in our country. So you go for the BS, or you because I don't think ISRO has any graduation programs or anything, but look, first you do your graduation and then you look up for the options, like if they have their own internship program, because some institutes have internship program, and that's a very good way to get to know of the atmosphere, as well as get to know like which faculty you want to continue the research or that. So that way you can continue further also.
Madam, there are a lot of students while I counsel, they come down that, sir, I'm good at mathematics. I'm very good at mathematics. I can go for physics, I can go for chemistry, I can go for life sciences, no issues with that. But mathematics is what I love it and I can do great in that. So what is the career, as you said that CMI, ISI, statistical institutes and Chennai Mathematical Institute. Ma'am, what is the career of those aspirants who have passed out from these institutes?
Okay, so once you, as I was suggesting in the start, like for example, in the further, for all type of, I will say areas, you need someone, because you cannot expert in everything. Okay, so life sciences scientists, they are not expert in mathematics. Okay, so there also you need a person who is expert in mathematics. So when the research is, as you say, think of career as a wise, mathematics also comes and plays a very, very important role. For example, now today's word, like I was just talking about a few minutes back, is artificial intelligence. It's a very coming up field now where mathematics plays a very, very important role. So you can work further as a research field in the mathematics. Academic area is also open, because research doesn't mean that you cannot join the academics. Academic area is open, industrial area is open. Lot of mathematician goes into this that bioinformatics field as well, where they do mathematical modeling. Okay, so there also the mathematics plays a role. So mathematics does not mean that it is like you don't have future career point on that. You still have, because there will be openings for that particular expertise will be there. Mathematics, either in the research, either in the academia, either in the industrial, you have options there as well for mathematics also.
Okay. Now one of the student is asking a question that I want to go into data analytics. Can I go for research in mathematics?
Yes, definitely. Data analytics is another important part of the mathematics application, and where they look for the person who is into mathematics completely. Chemical net can't go into data analysis part, right? So definitely, yeah, data analysis is another field where they need the mathematicians.
And
yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, how many pure research institutes are there in India? If I will talk about only research.
Lot. CSIR itself has 36 research institutes. DBT has around 11 institutes. And then they are just pure research that I'm talking about, no academia, nothing there. And then we have these IISC there, which is a research institute. And we have NCBS, we have TIFR, one of the very, I will say, best institute in India for research. And so we have a lot of option.
Okay.
And then academia
yes.
is another there which come then where teaching also happens, then all the ICERs, all the IITs, NICERs, they all are open here. Universities, a lot.
So, my dear students, if you want to be a research professor in the future, if you love academics, you like teaching research students, the students who are pursuing PhD or research or fellowship, if you like teaching them, you want to get into academics, then Madam said it very clearly: IITs, IISER, NICER, and then NITs, triple ITs
Yeah,
are where you
yes,
can pursue
exactly.
your
NIT is also there. There are a lot of institutes. If you want to go academia plus research, these institutes, you have to do the teaching there, as well as you have the opportunity to do your own research as well. So you can do both.
So, madam, this is my question out of curiosity, that students who are pursuing MSc, Masters, PG degree or Bachelor's degree, is it genuine that they should go for internships and practice in small companies, or like pharmaceutical students going under in a pharmaceutical company? For example, a student is pursuing MSc in pharmaceuticals and he's doing internship in Dr. Reddy Foundation. So, how this is justified?
Yeah, it is actually preferable because it gives you the real experience of working there. So when you are applying for a job, if you have the experience working in a lab, it always adds up to your CV. But I will, since students are here, I want to tell you one thing here, because I have seen this with many students. If you are going to work in anywhere, you are working for 1 month or 2 months, you are doing internship, whatever you are learning, you should really learn those things, because I have seen people just for the CV, they do internship. And as soon as they sit for the interview and you ask a question, they are sometimes they don't understand the concept. The main aim of doing the internship is to understand the application knowledge of what you are learning in the lab. So that if you are going with that objective, where you are learning whatever you have read in the your textbooks, because sometimes it gets difficult to grasp what we are learning, what is happening actually. For example, you are learning some kind of carbohydrate test, and if you are not doing in the lab, it is difficult to grasp. So internship is a good in a way, that the same thing that we do in the your class 11th 12th, that you do the experiments in the lab and then you understand it better, that what is happening here. Yes. The same thing happens in the internship, where you know the things. Okay, I have learned this technique, but now I am doing this technique in the internship. So internship adds up to your CV, but that does not mean that if you are not getting internship, you don't get a job. No, that's not true. But when you are doing internship, do it seriously. That's very, very important.
Okay. So, ma'am, Dibya Jyoti Mahanti has a question here. Yes, Dibya Jyoti, you can go ahead. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Dibya Jyoti Mahanti.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, good evening.
Good evening.
Ma'am, just I want to know what is the career opportunity in research, physics as a subject?
Physics as a subject.
Particularly physics, because you have shed light on more on this biological sciences and all, no. But physics as a subject, what is the career opportunity particularly?
Same thing as I was talking about mathematics, physics also, biophysicists are there. Okay, so when I was giving the example of life sciences because it gets easy to understand, because you see them at the forefront working. But like, for example, biophysicists are there, which works on the, I will say, on the periphery of biology and physics. Then with mathematics also the physics comes. I will tell you one thing, like Divyajyoti, once you go deep into the research, like when you do graduation, you go to post-graduation and you go into the research, your area start merging. Like, for example, you are doing the physics, then you will want to do the application part of that, right? So there also gets like involved, like, for example, you are involved, your mathematics part is getting involved with the physics, your physics is getting involved with the chemistry. For example, if you I don't know whether you know, there are research articles which comes out only in the physics with the application in the chemistry field. Okay, so there also you need a physicist there who study all the physical aspects of a molecule. Once a chemist make a molecule, and then a physicist do the studies of that, or what is happening on that level. All the instrument level research goes on with the physicists. So physicists also have the same way, like a life scientist. In the life sciences, a scientist like microbiologist is there. The same way, the physicist also has research areas where you can be a scientist, you can join industries, though they are not in that number. So that's why we don't have that many research institutes also. But still, like BARC is there where physicists are involved. ISI is there where mathematicians are involved. So still we have the role for the physicists, for the mathematicians to play. They can be scientists, they can be academicians, they can be in the industry field. They are there. There are positions, there are career prospects for them as well.
So adding upon to Dibyajyoti, adding upon to Geetanjali ma'am, I would say that astrophysics is the area where you can pursue, and probably fluid mechanics, fluid dynamics, mechanical, automobile is the areas where you can work on into the field, because all the engines are the big engines, or you can go into the nautical engineering also. You can, if you have done MSc in physics or PhD in physics, you can go for the shipping manufacturing companies who are manufacturing big time engine. So nautical engineering is the part, or nautical sciences is the part which you can pursue. BSc in nautical sciences, BSc in aerospace, BSc in aviation. These are the areas, astrophysics, space technology. These are the areas which you can focus if you are good at physics, because here the cockpits are required where you need to be good at physics to understand those electronics and electrical components. So hope madam was able to answer your question.
Thank you for I came to know these many things about physics now also.
Thank you very much.
So now moving toward with the next question. While I counsel, now students are very curious and they have everything on their fingertip. They ask me about TIFR, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. How good is that institute, and what are the courses that are preferred for TIFR?
So TIFR is also just like I was telling, that TIFR is one of the I will say in India is one of the best institute for research. They also offer the research in the same mathematics and life sciences and chemical sciences. They also offer in the same field. Research opportunities are very good there. You got, see, the better institute you are, your exposure gets better in that. So your research expertise gets better because your mentors are very good. Your all other facilities are there. Like for example, your exposure with the other faculties, your exposure to the international exposure that also happens with the TIFR. So that way it is very, very, very good, I will say.
As I said, you madam, internet is on the fingertips of the student. Now, a lot of students are blending themselves towards IITs and NITs because they call it as cash cows. The salary is very better there. Is it really? Because I have heard it, I have read it in newspapers, and I have read it in the books, blogs, and even though in the internet. But I don't know how far to believe it or not. Is it really cash cows?
See, for technical field, I don't know about that. Maybe they are, I don't know. But when you are going into the research field, when you are going into the pure science field, then I will say that it doesn't matter that much, because you are going for the higher education, you are going for PhD, you have to go for a entrance exam. You have to qualify that exam. Definitely faculties are better there. So that way, that's add up there. This gives you the atmosphere. But cash cows, I will not think in that way. Not in the basic sciences. No, not in the pure sciences. Because in pure science, it is more of the kind of research that you are doing that matters at the end of the day. And If you are just getting a job after MSc, then it depends on the courses that you are taking in the MScs. Like MScs, normally you take the specialization in the MScs. You don't do the MSc just in one subject, right? There is a specialization. So what subject is that you're specialized? It depends on that. IITs has a name tag with it, definitely, but I won't think that it's just with the cash thing. I don't think so.
Ma'am, we have here the career giants like BARC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Indian Space Research Organization, Defense Research and Development Organization.
Yes, and NCBS, very good with the biological sciences, BARC with the research in the physics and mathematics side. So everywhere actually students has to look up that which area they want to go, which field they want to go, whether mathematics, physics, biochemistry. Then they can look up for the, depending on that, which institutes they want to go. ICERs and NICERs, they open all the these things, basic sciences, they open all the opportunities for them. So they can do graduation in the basic sciences, and by the completion of their BS or BSc, they can figure out that where exactly is their interest is. These institutes also offer the labs to work. So during BS or MS, they also can go and see in the labs, like where exactly, which is the thing that actually excite them, which research area actually excite them. So in that way, it is easy for them to make a decision, okay, this is the area where I want to pursue my research career, right? It's easier for them to get that understanding of that field. And then they can decide, okay, this is the field where I want to pursue my future career, and they can go for that.
Like, madam, if I have done a master's, MSc or MTech or PhD, so can I apply for these companies, ISRO, BARC and DRDO?
Yes, DRDO has this openings coming up for scientist positions where you can apply even after masters also. They have positions for that. And after PhD also there are options. So with time, they keeps on advertising on their website, on the national newspapers, where they give the application, where you can apply for those, and then you can just go through their selection process.
Absolutely. So my dear students, ma'am have made it very clear. And if you want to work in BARC, ISRO, DRDO, probably they have opening for master's degree. If you have completed your master's, then also you can go for BARC, ISRO and DRDO. They keep opening, but you have to keep connect with the websites of BARC, ISRO and DRDO.
Yes. You have to keep on looking for those institutes where you want to go, because they keeps on giving their even for suppose you are doing masters or there somewhere, because they also give the opportunities to go and work as an intern there. So that way, that give you a little bit understanding of, like, suppose to next time when you apply for a PhD, you already know the atmosphere of there. That also the advertisements comes on their website. So you have, now you're on the internet, so it's better to get better use of the internet and keep looking on those websites.
Okay. So students, the chat box is open for you all, and you can ask questions now till the time we continue with. So madam, what is the salary scope of a research professional?
It's a decent salary, I will say. It's not like not a cash cow kind of thing, but definitely salary wise, I will say it's a good, like in the academia, the same way is the scientist salary. And if you are industrial position, then definitely as the workload is there, according to the salary is also there. But salaries are good. Very decent salary that you get if you are in a national institute, or you also have a better opportunities for the industry for abroad also. So a lot of I know that people that those who have done the PhDs, and then they stayed in the US and they are working there in the industry. So those options are also open after you do your master's and PhD. And in India also, if you come back, very good salaries. The I can just give an example here, like when you come back as a Ramalinga Swami Fellow, that India gives that opportunity, those who are doing staying in the abroad for more than 3 years and applying from there, they get the starting salary of like around 1 lakh per month.
Okay.
So it's a decent salary, good one. And the most important thing in the research field is the satisfaction, job satisfaction. I was saying in the start that you have something which you are passionate about, you are solving some problem, you are contributing to the society. So that job satisfaction is a lot.
Ma'am, what are the companies or industries which are hiring a research professional? If you can name any for top 5 companies.
Okay. So it depends actually which field you are. For example, TCS. TCS looks like is a company which is related with the all computer science, right?
Right.
But still TCS is also who hires the bioinformatics. So there are a lot of openings there. Top 5, I will say pharmaceutical is the one field where not only the pharmaceutical sciences, but also from the chemical sciences as well as from the biotechnological sciences also comes. Then comes your biotech companies, like for example, Biocon is there. And for your biotech things, I am not very sure about mathematics and physics because that is not my area. But there are like in the chemical industry, suppose you are in the chemistry background, which is my background. So then you have all these agents, companies are there, which you can apply for or through the campus that you can join. So their job wise not a problem. Only thing is that is like where you want to go, and whatever you are learning, you should learn that in a proper way. Knowledge should be there. Jobs are always there.
So, ma'am, as you said that for the for mathematics and physics, I'll just add on. There are companies like Intel, IBM. Those are hiring for data science, robotics, NLP, natural language processing. So these are the fields where these companies like Intel, IBM, Infosys, and even though Ventures, then Macintosh, Apple, these are the companies who are hiring. Nowadays, Tesla Motors, and nowadays even the automobile industry is also hiring mathematics and physics, the professionals who are good at robotics, data science, and programming as a language, because artificial intelligence and electronic stability control is
yes. Nowadays it's robotics and artificial intelligence and this data analysis is the coming of field where a lot of job opportunities are there.
Ma'am, what is the career scope of being a research professor?
What is a career scope as a? Can you just repeat? As a faculty? That's you are asking.
As a research professor, yes.
Yeah,
as a research
faculty,
professor.
As a faculty, yeah. So as a faculty, there are 2 ways that happen. So suppose like you have done your PhD, you have done your postdoc. Now, what is next? After that, you can join research institutes which only do the research, or you can join NITs, IITs, where they do academia as well as research. So there you join as depending on your experience, that joining process happens, selection process happens. Like sometimes you just after PhD you are applying, then you go into the entry level. So there are different type of scientists that's there. Like for CSIR, it's like scientist B, scientist C, scientist E1, E2. DBT, they have scientist, starts from the scientist C, D, E, it's like that. So you go into the, just like in the academia, it's like your assistant professor, associate professor, and then professor. So you can opt for it if you are passionate about teaching, because that's also a time-taking process that involves a lot of effort also, but it has its own charm where you get interact with the students, new energy, new ideas. So that is one way where you can go into the academia and research, or you can do research in the research institutes, or you can join as a industry where you are industry. Most of the time what happens in the industry, sometimes you get the opportunity to have your own project, but most of the time they have their own project, so you have to work in their project, so you can put your stuff in that project, you can solve their problems. So that is the industrial area where they have their projects and you fit in their projects and you solve their issues there. In individual research institutes, you have the liberty of choosing your own projects. So for example, if you are in mathematics or physics, or you are in bioinformatics or computation, wherever field you are, you can choose your own area, you can do your own research, you apply for the grant. So government give you the money to do the research, you get the PhD students, so you start giving the PhD degrees to the students, and then that's what happened into the research institutes. But if you are into academia, then with PhD, you will also take some classes there. You will be part of the labs there. You will be conducting the labs for the students, for the graduate students. So that is the part which comes into the academia. I think that was the question.
Yes, exactly. And madam, last question from the student. There are a lot of questions. I'm getting direct messages, but probably it is not possible because the reason is we cannot answer each and every question. Ma'am, last question is, student is asking career in genetics, virology, microbiology, and even the upcoming nanobiology. Is it wise to take these as options for the future career opportunity?
Definitely. I will say their scope is very, I will say tremendous scope for further research. Virologist, like currently now having a coronavirus problem, all the virologists are working towards for that. Microbiologist, always we still have the problems of microbes here, so never ending scope there. So no effect of the recession, nothing, always going to stay there. So definitely virologist, nanotech is the advanced now. In last few years it has advanced a lot, so still a lot of scope is there for doing research, for coming the application part of that. So yeah, definitely go for it.
So she's asking again that is it nanobiology a wise career to choose, as not much is done in this field?
No, lot of research is going on. Application part we will start seeing in few years. In life sciences, when the research happen, it takes time to come into the field where we start seeing. So a lot of research is going on into the nanotech part. Because nano is completely a different field. There, once a molecule becomes in the nano size, its property changes a lot. The whole quantum physics come into plays a role there. So there are a lot of research still going on, and in the next few years, we definitely will be seeing application part of it, where we will start seeing that, yeah, already there are some application part where they are using the nanotech to give the medicines, like pharmaceutical application of that. And in the catalytic physical sciences, also a lot of research is going on where the nanotech is playing a role, where catalytic property in the nano scale what is happening. So that of research is going on, and definitely there is going to be, you will be seeing the effect on that.
Such a beautiful session and such a beautiful interaction, ma'am. I really learned a lot of new things today about life sciences and career in research, which I didn't knew as a counselor. And it was really informative session for me. And final question, ma'am, what a mantra or advice would you like to give it to our students for their future career?
I will say, do what you are passionate about. If even there are failures, don't worry about them. Failures teaches us something, so you don't have to worry about them. Go for it. Don't worry. Whatever happens, happens for good. That's what my mantra is.
So, my dear students, a very beautiful line said by madam. अगर आपको आगे बढ़ना है तो बढ़ चलो, पीछे मुड़ के मत देखो. Research career का नाम ही वही है, because research is a place where you visualize and where you spectate a lot of failures. But yes, after a failure, there is a wonderful light which gives us a name, fame, and probably it gives us a career which we love and we are passionate about. With this, the CareerX and the episode 9 of the CareerX has come to an end. And probably, ma'am, I would say that this was a wonderful interaction with you and wonderful session with you. And we thank you very much for giving us your valuable time on Saturday evening, where you could have enjoyed with your family or with your friends. You have given us a time. We are really thankful to you that you have given a time and a lot of information to the students. I
No,
think
my
this
pleasure.
was
These things actually give me the opportunity also to learn something, and I always love to interact with the kids. So definitely, anytime.
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you.
Here, CareerX signing off.